So it starts like this. After the money needed for the repairs of the Going Merry gets stolen, Usopp decides to go to Frankie's house by himself while the rest of the Straw Hats are doing their own thing. And of course, Usopp gets packed up. I just know Frankie and them were like this after running up an easy lick. After getting pieced up, the Straw Hats find him laid out and they decide to turn up. No words even need to be said. You can tell they were on go. They literally destroyed the entire house. After they get back to the Going Merry and Usopp wakes up, Luffy tells him straight up that they need a new ship. And at first, Usopp thinks Luffy's joking, but all the Straw Hats were looking at Usopp like this. And right when Usopp realizes they're not joking, this man starts crashing. Usopp is not trying to hear anything Luffy has to say, so Luffy starts heating up too. Usopp keeps pressing Luffy until Luffy says the Merry can't be repaired anymore. He literally fell to his knees like Walter White. Still not hearing Luffy, Usopp asks Luffy if the Merry really meant anything to him. And he goes on to say that if no one else will fix the Merry, he'll just do it himself. And you could tell Luffy was itching to say something. He dead tells Usopp that he isn't a shipwright. And you could really tell that Usopp got Luffy acting out of character. But one thing that made me respect Usopp right here was the fact that he said, I can't just leave a wounded friend and move on. Not gonna lie, Usopp was talking right here. Even though he was out of line, he was kinda right. But then Luffy goes on to say, if you don't like what I have to say, then you could just get off the ship. But before he can finish that sentence, Sanji kicks Luffy square in his jaw. Sanji tells Luffy he better be careful about what he says. And before I keep going, can we just take a second to applaud the foreshadowing in this scene? I'm not gonna say too much about Sanji, but if you know, you know. Luffy realizes what he said was going too far, but Usopp is like, I know exactly how you feel. You just want to cut off your friends that are useless to you. And long story short, Usopp says that he's leaving the crew. Before he leaves, he says Luffy and him are going to have a duel over the Merry at 10 o'clock. And not gonna lie, Usopp got heart because we all know that Luffy would max Usopp. So now we get to the actual fight. 10 o'clock finally rolls around, so we see Luffy and Usopp stand off. Usopp says that he finally found a way to beat Luffy, but let's be honest.
Stop the cap.
So Luffy runs up to Usopp, and when he's about to throw out a gum pistol, Usopp coughs up blood. Luffy hesitates, but goes for the attack anyway. Usopp counters his attack with a flash bow, which is dead just a flashbang. Usopp starts shooting Luffy with raw eggs. He catches Luffy off guard and shoots a Tabasco ball in his mouth. He had Luffy breathing fire like he was Iroh. As Luffy starts falling back, he falls onto some spikes. This man Usopp was using setup moves like he's in Pokemon. Luffy was looking kinda sorry here, not gonna lie. But anyway, Usopp launches a whole bunch of shuriken at Luffy, but Luffy just dodges them. Luffy thinks he's in the clear now, but Usopp sets up a breath dial and shoots a flame star. And of course, Luffy just tanks the explosion. Finally, Luffy and Usopp start getting active. Luffy throws out a Gum Gatling, but Usopp counters it with a cactus star. He then shoots 3 gunpowder stars, but Luffy just weaves it. He hits Usopp with a clean Gum pistol. Luffy runs up and tries hitting Usopp with a Gum bazooka, but Usopp absorbs it with an impact dial. And then he counters Luffy with his own attack. All I gotta say is that Usopp low-key is putting on a masterclass. But Luffy hits Usopp with a Gum bullet, and you know a character is knocked out when their eyes go completely white. But can we give Usopp a round of applause for this fight? This man really fought his heart out against his own captain. As Luffy starts walking back to the ship, he says, it's really tough. And Zoro says, that's what it means to be a captain, right? Don't doubt yourself. If you waver, who can we trust? And not gonna lie, this line made me realize how much of a dog Zoro is. Y'all can't tell me Zoro wasn't spitting here. No cap, this is a top tier episode. But that's it for this video. I know I've been posting it in a long time, but I hopefully will be posting weekly soon. I don't know yet, but soon. Thank you guys for the support. We are almost at 500 subs. I'll catch you guys next time though. Peace.